Hello, everyone. My name is Lettuce, and welcome to Unroaded. And today I am joined by the simple friend Soulless here, and we are going to do some voice acting. Of course, he isn't used to this whatsoever, and ignore my OBS as I am moving it just so I could have the stop recording button visible. Uh, yeah, I had to readjust everything because OBS doesn't work proficiently enough. Anyways, let us go ahead and start. By the way, enjoy that pun. That was completely by accident.
I'm sure it was.
Alright,
Uh,
so do I have to click on anything or are we just sitting here forever?
it might have crashed. Could you imagine just seeing
I had
error?
to click.
Uh,
Alright, so do you want to be the protagonist here? Or shall I?
uh,
Keep in mind, the protagonist gets to read
okay.
with their normal voice.
Sickness and death are blowing from the not.
Nauseous.
I already messed that up. Okay, sickness and death are blowing from the nauseous yellow skies. The light and ghostly clouds are frozen as if time came to an halt, where there is no life.
Yeah, as mentioned, this is badly translated.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm just staring at it like I'm scared that I'm gonna mess this up while reading it because I have poor English. So
yeah.
there we go. The vagrant. Yeah, this is
Vagrant.
terrible. I can't. Oh God. The vagrant sits on the wall of a half-run, ruined fortress, and it tries not to look at the six skies that evokes anguish and dis. Okay, that is a really weird
Disturbance.
dis disturbance to the echo mind, like the living can have. Please don't be feel. This is terrible. We just edit my voice out completely.
Yeah, we can't
If
do that.
ah, this is terrible. There is no way out. Windows are crammed with boards, doors, or are buried into the earth for centuries. But he has in no he is in no hurry to leave. Day, week, month, he sits, looks away. When time starts to lose meaning, disappears till the wall begins to crumble. This is
Ah,
my. I'm so sorry for my bad
fate.
reading. I am so sorry for my bad reading, everyone. This is
I think they find it intriguing enough.
this is. I, I I feel bad for the people who have to watch this. I really do. Sooner or later, he will fall. So it'd be better be on his own terms and not from the fault of crumbling stone. God.
Google Translate really did well with this game.
Rises to step forward. Wind doesn't whistle in his ears. Eyes don't water. The ground is approaching. I did say that right?
Yes.
Okay. That, but the heart does not beat in fear. Falls to the dusty ground. He crumbles like a bunch of bones, followed by the ringing sound of the armor, and then silence takes the place. Fully and indefinite, in
Indifferent.
indifferent. Wow. Okay, this
Yeah.
solely and indifferent. The Vagrant sits down and begins to gather
Vagrant.
himself by the pieces. Yeah. Okay. I'm at this point. I don't know if I'm just reading or just I don't know.
Well, I could already see
At
which
this
word you're
point.
gonna get wrong in this sentence. You still here?
I'm still here. I am just scared of messing this up. To a forearm, a hand to a clavicle.
Oh, wow, you actually said it right. That was the surprise.
Ow. Ah, that hurts, man.
Clavicle.
Not a speck of blood to be seen. Vagrant creaks with his jaws. With his The war lasted for decades, and he was one of its many victims. The king's
Armies.
yeah. The most simplest words I can't read, but the hardest I don't understand my. I need to go back to school, apparently, is what this is telling me. When the king's armies started getting
Diminished.
Commanders of both sides sympathized with otherworldly forces. Falling warriors roses once again and charged into battle. They fought mindlessly and tirelessly. Yeah, okay.
Enjoy this content, guys. We're almost at 10 minutes already.
And that's just with I have no comment on this.
I haven't even had a line yet.
And yet the war saw its end. Here soldiers haven't, but her soldiers haven't.
Yeah.
Only the lifeless lands full of dead men remained. Okay, I'm just gonna let you read some of this since your line's not even here yet.
Alright, I'm taking over. The vagrant fed the fire with the orders issued to him before the first battle, threw out of his helmet on which royal symbols once shined proudly, smeared in the resin cloths that were copying the colors of the once native land. For having forgotten someone's bright face 100 years ago, for the now he feels nothing except sore bitterness, for the nauseous yellow sky. The magic of death has turned this world into a massive grave. How was he like before? The vagrant doesn't remember. The last thing memory clings to is the name. He had a name once, short, proud, sounding, simple, and quite common, but it belonged to him. Name that no one needs. As well as torn, trampled flags that were left behind. He doesn't have the strength to be the man he once was, but he can still hold his sword with his hands, but no, not one, well, not alone, no way. Loneliness is what drives him insane. It's not the fortress that can no longer stand, not the lack of feelings, not the frozen time, but knowing himself alone like if he was the last. Where is everyone? Ours, another's, no matter if only they were here. With non-existent eyes, the vagrant observes in triumph of death at the desert field spreading far away. He must find the answer. How do you feel about that?
I'm just over here like, yeah, my reading skills are, I just bow down to you at this point.
Sorry, I'm used to this by now.
I am not, as you can tell, like, I am nervous as I'm...
So, do you want to continue, or shall I just take over from now on?
Yeah, at this point, I don't know. This is more of like a single player thing, and you're better at reading. I'm just kind of over here as background noise at this point.
Oh,
like,
well,
I don't know what...
This is kind of meant to do voices, so...
The road stretches monotonously.
Monotonously.
The vagrant Okay. Okay. This is just gonna be reading in errors from now on. You should. The name of this title should just be Soulless
Correcting.
errors. Yeah, the correcting Soulless. Soulless correcting. Lettuce collecting Soulless. I don't know. What I'm getting
Collecting
at with
souls? Oh my god, I'm playing Dark Souls.
this. Yes. Enjoy the Dark Souls reference. The road stretches
Monotonously.
monotonously. The
Monotonously.
vagrant doesn't. We're just gonna be sitting here laughing at.
You're not even gonna get past this
Okay.
one word. Monotonously.
No. The vagrant doesn't notice how the sincerity changes.
Scenery.
Abandoned, settle. Scene. Okay. Okay. What even is this anymore? Changes. Abandoned. Okay, you know what? You just take over.
The road
I
stretches
can't.
monotonously. The vagrant doesn't notice how the scenery changes. Abandoned settlements are passing by, and naked forests are greasing with the clouds. Time sinks in, spreads like a thick fog over his mind, muddles hours with days, and comes to life only when silhouettes appear on the day, the figures of other dead men. The fights are not different from one another. They are sluggish, but they beat off seconds in the mind like thunder. Block, counterattack, attack. Again and again, why do they attack? He always waits and defends himself. He wants to see the life, half-forgotten word. It's so difficult to recognize it now. Only the mind will tell, only a lowered sword, only an attempt to get to know each other. The dead men don't remember it themselves. They charge into battle mindlessly, so the vagrant crumbles them to dust, hoping that he is freeing their souls. Then, time freezes again, turning the path into a sequence of pictures. You want me to continue now, or shall we just let you go?
I guess I'll take over on this one. Black smoke spits the gloomy sky, and the vagrant follows it. He doesn't care about the way. Some part of him remembers the outlines of the hills. Its borders leaves his kingdom, his home, and these thoughts suddenly become meaningless. There are no borders now, and he won't recognize his home as well.
Desperately.
He desperately tries to recall someone's bright face. He can't. But does it mean anything now? The memories of happiness serve him well in his times. In this place, will they give him a sense of time? Or maybe they'll be the only thing that won't let him give up.
Now, we get our first choice before we actually get any lines. So, I guess with all this narration, we were so focused on corrections to not pay attention enough to make this first choice. So, shall we trust the feelings or concentrate on the path?
I mean, I'm thinking of I'm putting this into like Hero Shield a mixture between I'm getting a vibe from he mixture a little bit of Dark Souls and a bit of Hero Shield. So I'm gonna have to say continue on the path.
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's this kind of game to where you can't trust anything.
Yeah. So that's why I'm saying concentrate on the path. Truth is only the heart, and even if he no longer has a heart, he must go on. He must throw away his weakness, for his existence gains meaning. Measures seconds with his steps.
Oh wait, hold on. You finally got past one scene without me helping you.
This is sad.
Woo! You did it. You accomplished something.
I did it. At this point, at this point, I thought it was just gonna be a pile of errors, to be honest. But actually, now that I'm not messing around and actually taking this seriously, I can actually get into.
Aw, I need you to mess around,
I-
though.
I'm trying to take this serious and not mess up because I was purposely messing up, but now I'm just. Full ash is spreading in all directions. Fire is dancing freely, but sleepily. But okay, that part word I
Sleepily.
cannot. It's weird to say. Like I don't. It's just really weird.
Fire is dancing
It
freely but
stretches.
sleepily.
Yeah. Okay, you read this part because
It
that
stretches to
word
the
just
sky and
completely
settles,
escaped me.
breathes to its full height, leans, burns cloud, and clings to the ground. Oh, well, you almost finished another scene.
I almost did until sleepily. That word just completely messed me up. Dead men are gathered around the fire, nude.
Charred.
Oh god. I know that. I was just as soon as the nude popped up, I'm thinking of some really weird stuff. Okay, dead men are gathered around the fire, nude, charred. They enter. They enter these scarlet flame and lie in the core of the earth.
Hearth.
One by one, slowly and passively. Passive. I did say that right, right? Okay.
Close enough.
Then they rise and leave the fire, sharing it with the rest. The fragrant breathless the ash, and doesn't feel the fire warmness.
Yeah, by the
Fire's
way, it was the vagrant breathes, and you said the fragrant breathless.
Okay. The flesh burns and bubbles. Smell.
Oh, finally, our first silhouette. That
Turn.
we actually see something for. Oh, you want me to talk now? Dead men notice the vagrants, but don't stop. Only one of them is still a tongue left and tries to speak. Stand in line. His voice is dry. There is no sadness or pain in it, only indifference. There you go.
What are you doing?
Stand in line. We kill ourselves. We share the fire because there's no other one. We don't want to go anywhere. We don't want to look for another fire. After all, it is here. Even if it is small. Some have already freed themselves. Others burn themselves little by little to give another chance to die. What if the fire goes out? We need to share. Stand in line.
Refuse. I'm gonna have to say refuse because if not, it's just gonna end up just being really dark.
Alright.
I am not looking for death. I am looking for those who remind themselves. I want to talk. Okay. At this, at this point, it's not even funny. This is just embarrassing. Okay. Okay, you know what? You take over. You take this.
I
part.
am not one looking
I
for
don't-
death. I am looking for those who remained themselves. I want to talk like I did when I was alive, to remember myself and know that I live.
You will have none of that.
Have you ever tried?
Stand in line or go away.
You can come with me. Why do you need to stay here? Why burn yourself if you still remember who you are?
Go away.
Offer them the last death or go away.
I wonder what would happen if you offered them the last death, just out of curiosity.
Alright, no save points here. I can kill you.
Death won't come from someone else's hand. Only fire can provide it. Stand in line or go away.
I've killed before. My rivals did not rise. I can help you.
Go away.
Listen.
Go away. Away. Away.
You want me
You're
to...
enjoying it.
Alright, good.
They want to be with the fire. Become the fire. Forget everything. Neither life or death are important as long as you have a goal. Their goal is to burn. No one can help them. Time flies by like a swift bird of prey, and the snatchiest seconds from life along with the flesh. The fragrant...
Snatches.
Again, I said, okay. Feels older than he should.
Do you like how I just whispered the correction? Snatches.
I knew I don't... He doesn't like it. So he leaves.
Go away. Why are you still here?
For
You need to go
I don't know
further.
why I'm still...
Further.
I want to jump in the fire like they did.
Ah, you want to go back. Let us scroll up. Oh.
I was kidding. I was kidding. Let's actually...
Well, now I know.
I was kidding. The ashes last for a long while, and it extends up to the three rising suns, in which the
Alright,
oh,
lost
I
where you
can't
were
say
at.
this word.
In which the vagrant hasn't noticed until now.
Heat and darkness used to be the same for him. Now he continues the days.
Counts.
Counts the days. Okay, you know what?
Come on, you only got
Like-
7 minutes left, pretty much.
Yeah. At night, he decides to stop. He doesn't need to rest, but it makes the way easier. Looks at the stars, gives them names. Words are summoned up by themselves. Birds, Pearl, Virgo, Shield, and he gets tired. Morning leads him to a lifeless city. The fog winds over the thickets of a dry river. The vagrant raises his hands with the hope of seeing the flag waving over the towers. But there's
Silhouettes.
silhouettes are still. Carefully invades the abode of
Calmness.
silence.
Envelops.
Silence envelops silence envelops the city. Only the
Sparse.
sparse, howling of the evil
Howling.
winds. Oh, howling. Okay. These words are you take part in this now.
Silence
'Cause
envelops the
thi-
city. Only the sparse howling of the evil wind can be heard. This place is like an echo of bygone time, and the vagrant decides to call it that way. Echo. Perhaps when the city ends, the sadness that had settled in the heart will also disappear, not despair. Once this place brought peace, people, joy. Memories sneak up like an annoying melody. He repels them. The city. Apparently this is how his home looks now. Well, looks like now. Once the streets were full of life. Now just ruins overgrown with mass. Well, moss. I'll call it mass because technically that's also correct. But the city can still be rebuilt. If people come back, they'll get beautiful lands. And the vagrant hopes they won't repeat the same mistakes. He stumbles over something and barely keeps himself away from falling. Lowering his gaze, he sees that a dead man is under some broken slabs that had blocked his way. The knee raised from a footboard slowly goes down. Alright. You still...
Why have you done this?
You want me to take this over?
Yeah. 'Cause anyway, when you were reading that one part earlier, you sounded like a hentai moaning. You sounded like a
Because
really
I got
bad,
emotionally intense on purpose, and then just like, nah, sorry. You're not getting it today. There's no action for you.
It sounded like a hentai, but with English, like a dub version of it.
Daddy, there it is, Eric Cartman. In the weirdest of ways. Anyways, the vagrant examines the face under the helmet. Neither skin or muscles can be seen, only bones. The dead man can't answer. He doesn't even move. So try to reach out to him or leave him alone. Since you are the vagrant, I believe this is your choice.
Just leave him alone. Just leave him alone. He doesn't want. From the heart of the city.
Ah, you switched it. You wanted me to be the narrator after some point, but we'll keep going back and forth. It works that way.
No. I don't know. I lost track of time. At this point, I just feel like banging my head off a desk and just waking up and hoping that this was never recorded, but I know that I'm not grieving, so...
And you know I'll post this anyways.
Yeah. It's kind of like, From the heart of the city, chants can be heard. The vagrant walks over the overgrown stone slabs and doesn't listen. All in his head. He finds a chapel and steps inside with caution, examining the rotten wooden beams the ceiling is still holding. How many prayers have these walls heard? How many of them God heard? How many of them God heard? Has anyone survived this war? Steady knock comes from somewhere. The vagrant follows it and finds himself in the chapel's basement.
I'm trying to do this in sign language as you're talking just because. Practice.
He sees the three dead men. One stands against the wall and beats the stone with his head. His skull is full of cracks. It looks like he has been doing it. This is for a long time. I completely messed that up. The others two sits beside him and watch.
Ooh, finally. More than just one.
Newbie.
Oh, do you want to... Actually, how about we try it at the same time? It's a new voice. Two people talking at the same time. For the first dead man.
Newbie.
Another.
Oh, no, we messed it up. 3, 2, 1.
Newbie.
Another.
Won't last.
We tried.
Toe.
Oh, toe.
Oh?
You want to be the second or the first one? Because we don't know anymore.
Don't know either. You continue on this part, mate.
Alright. Well, by the way, speaking of this part, this will be the end of today's video, so thank you guys for watching. My name is Lettuce. I have been joined by Soulless, and I don't know what this video is going to be titled specifically yet, but there'll probably be something cringy. So, please do enjoy. Check out his channel in the description down below, because the thing is, he is planning on doing something later in the future. Maybe some more frame or something like that, if only it worked for us. So, woo! Thank you guys for watching. Enjoy that woo, because I don't know why I say it now, but it's part of something, so. Oh well.
Have a fantastic day.
Yeah, check out the description down below, and go to my channel and check out that list you can find on the right side as you enjoy the friends list, but make sure to look at all of them. So go to the channels list of the actual channel in order to see them all. So enjoy, and I hope you guys have at least watched this video to its full extent. You probably haven't, like most times. So, thank you guys for watching. My name is Lettuce,
And have
and signing off. Peace.